Hey, what's going on, guys? Tech Roar here, and welcome to a really interesting conversation. I'm joined with my friend Leo. How's it going, man? How you doing?
Dude, this feels good.
This feels good. We recently just talked about the iOS 13 updates and all the things coming to that, and what we're basically excited for. But for this one, we want to talk about something that's really controversial that a lot of people are like really lashing out against Apple for.
Right.
And it's a reasonable anger. The reason why people are angry is because of what Apple did, their decisions with the Pro Display XDR product that they're releasing. So, of course, the Pro Display, they announced it at WWDC, and it's literally like unreal. Like the quality, the color grading, the accuracy, the precision. I mean, it's literally like a 6K monitor.
Oh.
Like it's literally. Like, I can't wait until we actually get a chance to see it, like, in an Apple store. Because it's a really nice display.
It looks really good.
Yeah. And, I mean, it has different, finishes. It has a nano-textured glass, which is really, really, like, insane. A lot of things packed into this. And I guess this was their way of, like, giving consumers a pro display for pro users. I mean, most people are probably not going to buy it. Like the average consumer, you're probably just going to go with, the consumer, the average iPhone, iPad, Apple Watch. But for those pro users, like, and even some businesses who want to do graphic design or...
I feel like that'll be a really good, especially, I mean, from the look of it, it looks really good.
Yeah. And even for people who, like, like MKBHD, like YouTubers who edit and they use, like, red hydrogen cameras.
Could you imagine editing photos in there?
I can't imagine editing anything on that. But the big controversy is statement from this Pro stand. So, the display has a stand, kind of like the Surface Studio from Microsoft. It has the ability to rotate the display horizontally and vertically for portrait landscape. And it has other features like tilt and different types of features that's built into it, and of course it's a very simplistic design, but it also has to carry that giant screen.
Yeah. Kind
of like the iMac and how they engineered that. It's a very simplistic, like L-shaped stand, but it can really carry that giant, enormous
monitor.
All-in-one yeah. So, and I picked up my iMac before. That thing is it's heavy.
Right.
Like it's not like a typical Dell monitor. So this stand is supposed to house this display monitor, and yes, it's heavy, yes, a lot of engineering and parts go into it, but a lot of people are saying, why would Apple charge $1,000 for the stand alone and not add it into the overall price of the monitor? Why? First of all, why is it charged separately? Secondly, why is it charged that much? So people are really, like, rightfully upset. And I want to talk about that because, like, do you think... Let's think about the pro market for a second. Let's think about, like, people who are going to invest a lot of money in something that will perform this well.
Right.
Do you think that a pro user would even care like that it's $1,000? Because they're already going to be splashing out a lot of money.
So the reason why I think Apple put it so high of a price is because for that reason that this is meant for, professional users, people in there, and, top ranks of, like YouTube, top ranks of photographers and all that. So I don't know. I guess the price is pretty high for that, for what you're buying. I mean, you're buying a stand.
It's just a stand, bro.
But I mean, once again, Apple's, trying to reach out to the professional people, and professional people have the funds for it. So kind of make their little money. And
that is kind of a good point. And I also want to stress that, like, people, I mean, yes, I get it. $1,000, literally the price of an iPhone nowadays. It's a price for it to stand for a monitor, not even the monitor itself. I get it. It is a lot of money, but I think, like, people just think Apple is just gonna stop being expensive.
Right.
That's been.
I feel like I don't think Apple's gonna ever, like, lower its value.
Yeah, I mean, like, we know they're expensive.
Right.
Like, we kind of know that. I mean, the iPhone 10 and, I mean, all the Macs out there. I mean, a new MacBook Pro like fully teched out. I mean, it's like over $2,000, $3,000. Even the iMac Pro, $5,000. So I'm just like, for me, it's like, as an average consumer, I will never spend that much money on any type of monitor stand for any reason at all. I will be proud to settle for less. I personally love the amount of ventilation, all the different like things that they integrated it for, but the stand itself, I get it. There's a lot of engineering, there's a lot of mechanics, there's a lot of like things they have to do to make it do what it does.
Right.
We won't really know. They'll tell us the specs, but there's probably a lot of different expensive material that went
behind
into
the
it.
scenes.
And so that's probably what caused the Pro Display stand to be so expensive. People were like splashing out against the iPhone XS Max, and oh my god, it's over $1,000. But then you're getting A12 Bionic, you're getting a dual camera system, you're getting OLED display, you're getting stainless steel enclosure, you're getting a really nice glass that doesn't easily crack or split. I mean, you're literally getting a nice hardware with, the new software update. So, I don't know. I feel like it's just really difficult to say that it's okay because I don't know. Knowing them, it's probably still overpriced. But it's also, if you look at the context and who it's for pro users who are already going to be splashing a lot of money.
Yeah.
Now, people are going to argue, well, the pro users don't have to. I mean, just because they're splashing a lot on money doesn't mean they have to be charged extra for it, or they have to have like extra price tags, which I get. I just, at the same time, like they know in advance what the price is.
Right.
They know like what they're getting into. If it's not fitting for their budget, then they just won't get it. But
also look what you're getting. I mean, you're getting 6K.
Yeah.
Which right now most monitors are pushing, 4K. I don't think I've seen many monitors over 4K.
Right.
I mean, you're getting 6K, which is a new level of, resolution for the upcoming, how the world is actually going right now.
Right.
So I think it's debatable because you can paying, $5,000 for that is like, in a sense, it's like, hey, I'm paying for 6K. That's awesome, good.
Yeah.
And then in a sense, you're like, oh, I'm really paying for 6K,
Yeah.
So it's, I don't know. I really don't know exactly how to feel about it, but I love it.
I think that they could have most definitely went lower with their pricing.
Yes. Yeah. I think $3,500 would be a almost perfect price for it. Or do you think it should be lower?
For the stand only? Because the stand is the stand is $1,000.
For the stand,
I would say 500.
750.
A little bit more than that.
750 is like the perfect price range for it. But then in the sense, I mean, it is just a stand.
Right. Okay, I'll meet you halfway. 600.
Yeah.
600.
I'd say 600 is a really decent price for it.
600 is the price that I would probably.
600 is the most I'd pay for it.
And again, for pro users, that's not even like a thing they think about. But I do understand, guys. I mean, I get why there's an outrage, because people are like, what the heck? why Apple? Like, why so much? But that's been a common pattern over the years.
Right. Everyone's always wondered why the iPhone X's are $999.
No headphone jack. Why Apple? Anyway, yeah, this is a really interesting conversation. I mean, I think, quite honestly, it is expensive. I mean, I get why they're mad. I personally would not buy it, but I see why someone would. There's someone out there that's going to buy this. There's going to be people out there to buy this. It won't be the majority of people, which I personally think Apple should have paid more attention to what most people would buy.
Right.
Like, say, okay, well, if I'm going to do, like, a monitor, how about I do, like, give it, like, the size of the iMac, and give it, like, the price a little bit cheaper than the iMac. So that way, more people will say, oh, wow, I have an iMac. Let me buy this extra monitor, put it next to it, have a 2-monitor display, like a setup. I think that would have been more, like, paying attention to what the general consumer would want, instead of, like, a very narrow audience. I mean, yes, they'll make money from it, but it won't be much, because most people will be like, all they're going to do is see that price tag and be like, yep, nope,
I'm not getting it.
Let's look at the iPads. Like, they're going to move on. So I feel like, yes, the pro market has something for them, but Apple had an opportunity here to give the general consumer a lot more of a variety.
And they didn't.
So anyways, that's just how we feel. That's what we think about it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Please keep it respectful, because again, this is a very heated conversation.
Right.
It's very controversial. There's people like arguing about this all over. And so just please keep it respectful towards us as well, because we have opinions, and I'll respect you guys as well. Let us know what you think. Comment section below about the Pro Display and the stand. Definitely won't buy it, but who knows? Coming this fall, we'll see. We'll see what it's about.
We'll see where we're at by then.
Yeah. Well, anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like on it. And as always, I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.